Okay, so to those who haven't seen this game yet, since this is only the second round of the tournament, I'll just go over the general story of this game real quick. As you can see, you're playing Samus, obviously, in this game. This is a remake of the original Metroid from 1987. I don't know.
I think it was 86, and this game was the 2004 release.
Yeah, this is well, not relatively new, but newer than the original, obviously. So the general storyline, they kept that in. It's relatively simple. You're sent to this planet, and your job is to find a creature, a well-known creature called Mother Brain, that hides somewhere on this planet. And to find and actually kill this creature, you have to find and kill two other bosses called Ridley and Crate. And while they're going to kill Crate and Ridley, they're also going to pick up all the items, since this is the 100% category. So what you're going to see them doing here is collect all the items and kill the two bosses to then go to Mother Brain and kill the last boss. That's the general story outline.
There are plenty of tricky items to collect as well. One thing that I had well, it was fun to learn, but also very tricky, was the early supers in Criteria.
Yeah. This game...
picking up their first missile pack?
Yeah, at this point, this is the only item you can pick up, actually. It's this missile tank. It's a mandatory item.
And here we have a mini-boss, which is King Worm. He is new to Zero Mission, or new to Metroid 1, I guess. I believe Scotty got a double missile.
Yes, that's actually quite impressive.
Is that a frame perfect trick?
It's not frame perfect. There's a total of 4 frames where you can shoot the second missile.
It's very precise then. Paz can do a triple missile.
Yeah. So the idea of a double missile is that usually this one takes 3 hits to go down. But if you time your missiles correctly, you can hit it with 2 missiles at the very exact same frame. And that allows you to 2-cycle this boss. Looks like they also got both quite decent RNG. Scotty decided to stay around and collect the drops from the boss. So, because he needs missiles for this room he's in right now. It's called the Hive Room. He made that look easy, but it can be super annoying with all those bats flying around.
I've had plenty of meme Hive Rooms because of those bugs.
Yes.
I also picked up the energy tank, which increases your energy capacity by 100 every time.
And looks like Boxmeister through as well. Both pretty clean high throughs. They made that look easy.
I'd also like to mention a part of the route, actually. They skip Long Beam, and they don't pick it up until right before Torian. Which...
Yeah.
The Hives, but they've all got that fairly consistent strats. I'm not the best player in the world, so probably only difficult for me.
So a long time ago, people used to pick up Long Beam early, since it makes Hive Room much easier. But picking it up early is a lot slower, about 40 seconds, I believe. One thing...
Bug RNG.
Yeah, these bugs, they're pretty much completely random when they're dropping out of that hole. And, so that's always RNG.
See if Boxmeister gets good luck. That was really good bug RNG.
That was terrific, I dare say. I haven't seen bugs that good in a while. Another thing we can mention is that routing we haven't talked about yet. There are quite a few different routes through this game, especially in terms of 100%. Of course, there are only a few routes that really suit for speed running, since they're obviously faster routes. And what both runners are doing here is early Brinsta. No, sorry, they're both doing late Brinsta. That means they're only going to collect a few items in this area now.
It looks like Box missed the missile pack before the bomb block reappeared.
Yeah, there's a fast cycle you can do here, but it's quite tricky, and it involves a very tricky wall jump combined with a bump, and yeah, that's
in case you're new to this game, you can wall jump, which is a trick that you're going to see a lot throughout the speedrun.
So as I said, they're both doing late Prince, so it means they're going to come back later to this area and collect all the leftover items. But for now, they're only collecting the items that are in their way, and then they're going to head to the next area, the crate area, to kill their first bosses.
I like to call Crate Slayer Sweden, because it looks like it has Swedish flags going down the elevator.
Oh yeah, oh wow, I've never noticed that actually. So as the name of this area says, there's a boss called Crate here. Okay, Boxmeister is picking up this E-tank early.
That's something that Scotty didn't do.
It's not much of a difference whether you pick it up early or not, but there are quite a lot of enemies in the crate area, and picking up this energy tank early probably gives you makes it easier for you to get through crate without losing too much health.
Yeah. We are also going to crate without power grip, so the thing you'll notice coming up right now on Scotty's stream is that he has to wall jump up there, since he can't get up with grip. And he also has to do a couple of different diagonal bomb jumps.
Yeah,
bomb jumps.
Power grip is a major item that you collect much later. That allows you to grab ledges, and both runners don't have this item yet.
I think Scotty was doing some double bomb jumping there, which is a faster way of doing the bomb jumps.
Yeah, bombs are extremely useful in this game, just like in Super Metroid, maybe even a bit more. They allow you to pretty much fly around the area, if that makes sense. And of course, depending on what kind of bomb jumps you do, they're either fast or slow. Yeah, we see on Scotty's side, he's fighting a mini boss called Acid Worm. The name's pretty much self-explaining. He's a
worm and he lives in acid.
Yeah. It looks like he got the 2 cycle, which is pretty good. That's pretty much perfect. You can't kill him much faster. One thing you want to
explain the strat that they use when Box gets to it, because they don't use the casual playthrough strat.
Yeah. One thing you want to look out for at this point is their ammunition management. Scotty has 9 missiles, which is a bit low. He wants to have around 20.
Box is ducking into the acid there so that he can get some very quick hits off an acid worm, and he does some wall jumps to get out, which can be a bit tricky. Oh, he's out of missiles, that's not good. An acid worm is dead.
Still a 3 round. So that's one of the things about late Brinsta. Since you skip quite a few items early on during the game, you have fewer missiles, and that can make this boss a bit harder. So we see Scotty farming here because he's still at 18 missiles only, and he wants to have 22 is a pretty good amount.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know if you mentioned the reason, but there are some really, well, they're quite giant bugs that are going to be coming up. I don't know if you'd even call them a bug. It's basically what
I don't know the official
enemy in Metroid. Creature of some sort.
Boxmeister having 14 missiles, that's also not perfect. He might opt to farm here. So watch Scotty's stream here. He's fighting these side hoppers, and they take 10 missiles each, and there's another one up there, and you have to kill them both.
Which opens the grey door.
And there's another item here you pick up.
Just another missile extension.
There are also a few routing options in this area, depending on when you want to pick up all the items. There's a route that entirely skips Acid Worm, since Acid Worm is not only required because there's an item right hidden beneath, below the boss, but killing Acid Worm also activates the ziplines you can see Boxmeister using right now, and you more or less need the ziplines to process through this area.
Scotty doing what I heard Eagle once called the most boring room in the game. That might actually be the name for the room, it's what I call it.
Yeah.
The reason we call it that is because it takes a long time to get everything prepared just for one missile pack.
So there's a route that, as I said, does Acid Worm late, but it requires a very... then you have to get around this whole crate area without the ziplines active, which means you have to do some even more tricky bomb jumps. So it's not recommended to do late Acid Worm routes.
I'm not sure if Scotty was going for the refill glitch there or not, but it didn't seem to work.
It actually looks like he tried to. Refill glitch is a glitch where you collect the item while getting the refill, which obviously is faster, but there's no consistent setup for it at this point.
It's a very precise trick.
Yeah.
But now Scotty is getting ready to go in to fight Kraid. He did not out and land in the platform, but it's not the end of the world.
Recovered with a really nice JBJ there. Okay, so this is the Kraid fight.
Boxmeister not get the refill glitch either. But there's no real strat for Kraid apart from jump and spam missiles in his mouth.
Yeah, it's not like in Super Metroid where you can pretty much insta-kill him. Kraid is said to be one of the more difficult bosses in 100%, that is.
Some people have gone as far as to call him the hardest boss of 100%.
Yeah, you don't have super missiles yet at this point, since you do Kraid first. So you have to rely on normal missiles.
Yeah.
Killing Kraid gives you the speed boost, and the speed boost is pretty much the reason why you do Kraid first in 100%.
Very major item, but it enables, well, going fast, which we like here on Speed Gaming.
Yeah.
And also, as Scotty is demonstrating, you can Shine Spark.
Shine Spark, it means you, after running for a certain amount of time, you start glowing orange, and that means you're in speed booster mode. You can then store your energy and use the energy to fly around the map. It's very useful and also nice to watch. It allows some really cool tricks. You will see both runners use the speed boost a lot for the rest of the run.
Oh, Kraid, he goes down so quickly.
Yeah.
He only wanted to ask for some peanut butter. Scotty saying goodbye to Sweden for now. We'll be back later for the cleanup.
Yeah, you can collect almost all the items in Kraid early on. There's exactly one item you can't collect right now, so even if you did different routes, you absolutely have to come back here later on and get the last item. Boxmeister meanwhile collected the speed booster as well. He's on his way to leave this area.
Successfully Shine Sparked up the shaft. That was a rather embarrassing voice break on my part too.
So now Scotty's going to collect the E-Tag Boxmeister collected earlier. Very nice bump jumps there from Scotty. Ooh,
Boxmeister.
That's unfortunate. if you jump too late there, you just run straight into the acid, and that's a lot slower.
Blocks with a shine spark instead of going for the speed boost jump. Or at least I think it was a shine spark.
Yes, so that's the thing about 100%. There are a lot of hard tricks in this game, but usually for every hard trick there's a backup strat that's easier, slower though, but easier.
No, Scotty now has the charge beam, which is very underwhelming in this game, especially compared to Fusion.
Yes, it's almost useless, almost.
Fusion, I found myself using it almost all the time if I was using the beam. This game, pretty much never, unless I want to do a, well, pseudo screw attack.
And you might ask yourself, where did that charge beam come from all of a sudden? The Warm boss, they both killed earlier. He dropped the charge beam, but since both players pretty much left the room immediately, you probably didn't see it spawning. It was there the whole time. They just collected it now, much later.
So Scotty is heading into Criteria to pick up 4 items, I think? Might be 5.
So now that they killed Crate, there's the next boss, Ridley, and both runners are slowly, very slowly, going to make their way up to Ridley, but there are lots of items to collect before they actually get there. So
that's the second unknown item, which is, I believe, Plasma Beam.
Yeah. So the next 15 minutes or so is going to be all about item collection.
Yep.
Here's another unknown items.
Sorry, I kind of cut you off there.
So unknown items are items that cannot be used yet because your suit has no way of I don't know, working with them. You can collect those items now, but you can't use them yet.
And that looks like very easy first try early supers from Scotty.
Yeah. This is one of the early super missiles you can get in the game. It requires you to do Crate first though, because you need the speed booster to speed up there and break the speed booster blocks.
Is that another main reason why Crate first is such a good route?
Yeah. And here's Power Grip. Power Grip is not that useful in this game. You technically don't need it because you can do bomb jumps everywhere. But yeah, it's one of the items you need since they're both going for 100%. There's a total of 100 items in this game.
Wow. Scotty did the bomb jump right out of the pit there.
Yeah, that's
long.
That requires some skill, since you have to maintain your bomb jumps for a very long time. So there are 100 items in this game, and they're both getting 100%. So makes sense, yeah. But there's actually one item that is it's not necessary to collect this item since the game kind of gives it to you for free, and that's Warrior Suit. You get Gravity Suit later on, and if you happen to get Warrior Suit without actually having collected Barrier Suit, the game gives you Barrier Suit for free.
Yeah. Let's see if Box gets early supers here. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
That looks good.
So there is an item, Barrier Suit, in this game. Both players, they haven't been there yet. I'll point that out later, but they're not going to collect it.
They are going up in that area to collect an E-tank, but they still have no need for Barrier Suit, even though it would help.
Yeah, it would help in some places later on.
They also won't take damage in heated rooms, which is a small challenge in Norfair, or a big challenge if you're me. But as Toby mentioned, you pretty much get it for free. So when I get the fully powered suit in Trezodia Varia suit,
So you saw Boxmeister escaping that pit. There's a pillar rising in the background, and as soon as it's full risen, there are platforms coming out. But you can use a bomb jump to escape that pit early, which saves a few seconds. He also used a single bomb jump, which is a bit slower, but easier and more consistent. It still saves time.
Still effective in many areas.
Yeah.
And Scotty now demonstrating the heated rooms for us, which is what he wouldn't have to deal with if he had Varia Soup. But since we don't need it and it is faster.
Yeah, heated rooms are pretty simple. They're just very hot, and you take damage as long as you're in them. But Warrior Suit actually protects you from the heat, so yeah.
That was a interesting diagonal spark from Boxmeister, but it also worked.
Yeah, I think the diagonal spark there is a bit faster, but
Oh really? I haven't actually seen that one before.
Scotty picking up another super missile. Super missiles also allow you to nice shine spark there.
Yeah,
also allow you to they also allow you to open green doors. As you can see on Boxmeister's side right now, there is a green door there. These doors are open with super missiles, and sometimes there are items hidden behind green doors. So picking up early super missiles also allows you to collect all these items behind green doors now. So Boxmeister just picked up Ice Beam, and Scotty is at high jump now.
If you're new to the game, this heated run can be a little bit tricky, as I have proven, even though no one watches my streams. OP. But bomb jump that you have to do.
Yeah, this is a fairly long section of heated rooms.
Yeah. There's a diagonal bomb jump that you have to do to get up while you're in a heated room. Scotty having no problem with it. We also pick up Screw Attack right here.
Ooh, he froze that Ripper in a very unfavorable spot.
Managed to squeeze through though. And Box, he should have enough health for this, as long as he doesn't.
There's an option to skip the refill at high jump. If you feel comfortable about your energy, you can skip the refill there and refill later on at Screw Attack, which is a bit faster. But since this is a...
Oh no! Boxmeister pulling a John.
Yeah.
He may opt to come back for that later.
So what Boxmeister did there, he did the shine spark, but he sparked too low, so he missed the missile. And now he has to come back later to grab that. He will have space jump later on, so it doesn't take long actually to come back later on to collect it, but it's still about maybe 30 seconds. 30-second time loss there. Boxmeister also refilling at high jump. Once again, it's not a big deal to refill here. It's very minor time loss. Coming up on the bomb jump.
Artie going to pick up Wave Beam.
Yeah, Wave Beam is the reason why you do this huge detour through the heated rooms in Nalfer, since you need Wave Beam to collect one item later on.
You can also kill the side hoppers with just with Screw Attack.
Yeah, Screw Attack does a lot of damage.
You don't need to waste 10 missiles on them. Boxmeister is now picking up Screw Attack. Right as Scotty enters the lava bug room. Picks up the hidden E-tank in the ceiling. like the Rippers may have been giving out of that room.
So, where Boxmeister is right now, you can do a very you can do a very tricky shine spark here called Money Spark. It's very hard to get, and it allows you to shine spark through this room where he's in right now. It's very hard though. So.
Scotty fighting the sort of a boss. Ridley.
It'll reveal the path to the next area, the Ridley area. The boss is called Cocoon. Even though he killed it now, it's not. Ooh, Boxmeister.
Oh no!
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Oh.
That's why here rooms can be very frustrating. You're under a lot of pressure usually when you get there, and some of these rooms are very tricky. And since both players have considerably few energy tanks at this point, it does happen once in a while that one player dies at a heated room.
Yeah, but Boxmeister still decides to start again, while Scotty fights Imago.
He misses the quick kill, unfortunately, though. You can one-cycle this boss with 4 supers and a lot of missiles, but it's very tight and not easy. So, one cycle saves about 8 seconds over a 2 cycle.
Wow, Eagle has spoken. Scotty's really impressing him.
Okay. So there's a tricky shine spark you can do where Scotty's right now, called Imago Spark, that saves about 2 seconds. But it's very tricky and sometimes it's not worth going for since it only saves.
Almost falls down before grabbing the E-tank.
So Scotty's in the Ridley area, where the next boss Ridley is. But there are also a lot of items here. So he's going to collect pretty much all the items first before he goes to the boss, and to do that
We've got a glitch. The ice clip, or the bomb clip.
Yeah.
Very well done.
That's pretty much perfect execution.
I don't quite know how to explain it, but there's an enemy he kills entering the room. He doesn't kill. And he has to freeze the bugs in a certain way, and just... It's fairly easy, actually, because you just have to fire the bugs and place a bomb.
What happens there, as Laser said, you freeze 2 of these bugs, so they pretty much overlap, and then you sit on top of both of the bugs and place a bomb, so they both die at the very same frame while you sit on top of them. And what that does is the game has to set Samus' position since the bugs are suddenly gone. So the game notices, okay, one of the bugs dies and you're not sitting on top of it anymore. So it says, okay, your new location is the second bug, but the second bug also died. So it sets you to the location of the second bug, but since it just died, its new location is inside the pipe where it came from. So the game sets you to the position of the pipe, which is below the ground.
And some really annoying hives for Boxmeister as well.
Yeah, that's unfortunately a
very unfortunate
example of how annoying this room can be. So Scotty continues his cleanup of the Ridley area. Most of the items he picks up here are quite tricky.
This is a required one, and it is a... it's a required 4-frame jump, I think.
I think it's 3 frames and sometimes 4 frames, if that makes sense. Dragonfangs said something like that. Okay, he got it second try, which is...
good.
It's good, yeah.
You don't want to waste too much time there.
Meanwhile, Boxmeister making its way up to bombs. I don't think we mentioned that, but pretty much every category, whatever you run, any percent, low percent, 100% starts with picking up bombs, since you absolutely need bombs to get through the game.
And I don't think we mentioned it yet either, but when we get to Ridley in 100%, we can pick up every item in one trip.
Yeah.
So that way, so we do want to do that.
Very convenient. And that's also the reason why you do crate first, since you need speed booster for some of the items here.
Yeah. There is one item. Ooh, didn't fall in the pit there. That's always good. There is one item that some guides say that you need space jump for it, but you just need to wall jump.
Yeah. Also, the Ridley cleanup is the reason why you pick up wave beam, because you saw that jump Scotty did where we said that it's a 3 or 4 frame window, where he jumped through the speed booster blocks. You need wave beam to clear out the blocks. But a while ago, a guy called ZX found a way to get through this room without wave beam by doing a very tricky ledge clip, as I say. So now we can theoretically skip wave beam and get it much later, and do this hard trick to get this item without wave beam. But it's quite tough, and no one has really looked into it yet. Even though some people said they would look into it. So that might be a thing for future routes. Skip wave beam and get it later.
That would be very interesting. And Scotty picking up the final unknown item behind Ridley.
Yeah, this is... I think this should be Gravity Suit.
Yeah, it does look like Gravity Suit. Boxmeister, unfortunately, back in Brintstar.
So here's the next boss.
Ridley is really easy in this game compared to others.
Yeah. It takes exactly 10 supers to go down. Scotty unfortunately only had 8 supers here. Usually while going through this whole Ridley area, you also want to collect super drops to have as many supers as possible. Nice drop luck there actually. But Scotty didn't quite get perfect RNG, so he had to deal with Ridley with only 8 supers.
Boxmeister going back to Sweden a little bit earlier than he would have liked.
So while Boxmeister is going to make his way through Sweden to once again collect Acid Worm and then crate, Scotty is leaving Ridley now. There's one more item here. Yeah, you can just freeze that bug and then use it as a platform to get up there. Easy peasy.
And hopefully, I don't think he's missed anything, but hopefully he's got everything now.
Yeah, it would be a shame if he lost this just because you forgot about one item.
I have seen 99%.
Yeah, 99% is a thing that unfortunately happens once in a while.
One time, Oats and Goats skipped the Ratchet missiles and Super Metroid. All missile packs you can skip in here. If you forget about them. I know in Eagle's DreamHack Winter 2015 run, I think, he somehow managed to skip the missiles outside of the screw attack room, even though they were in plain sight.
That is not a typical item to skip.
Though, luckily, it was pointed out to him, so he went back for it.
Okay, Boxmeister activating the zip lines. So Scotty killed both of the first 2 major bosses now, so now he can make his way up to Mother Brain, the last boss.
We're also seeing the late Brintstar here. starting off with a somewhat tricky maneuver for beginners. But pull and do a ball spark to the left. Do another one. Go right to these supers.
Yeah, this is
Boxmeister.
the intended way to get these supers.
Boxmeister killing Acid Worm again. Luckily, without running out of missiles this time.
Yeah, he got much better drops now, so he should be good on the 2 side hoppers. Scotty now collecting all the items that he skipped earlier.
Yep, so he's going to Green Brinstar to get the E-Tank up by Varia, but as both of us mentioned, he does not need to collect Varia. Diagonal. And here, unfortunately, there's nothing he can do except wait, so he's going to have fun and jump around. It's a little bit RNG how quickly the...
Wow, he got very good RNG there.
That was really fast. They were feeling nice today. And also with late Brinstar, we don't pick up long beam until this late into the run.
Okay, Boxmeister got the diagonal bomb jump. It's
I
now
was
ready.
practicing that one before the stream.
Yeah, it's now ready to ride the zip line.
Really unfortunate that he died though.
He wasn't too far behind, I think. Scotty having 2 items left to collect.
Just these missiles and a very powerful late game upgrade.
Yeah, one of the most powerful upgrades in the entire game.
Known as the
Destroyer beam.
the very long beam because it leaves you in pain for so long. Who knows?
Yeah. So all this stuff is Scotty's beam now travels the whole screen. Technically, it does save a bit of time in a few locations having long beam, but since picking up long beam early on costs you so much time, it's not worth it.
Yeah, and there are plenty of cases where you can just use missiles instead. These runners already have shown that in the run. Scotty watching another cutscene.
Yeah, this is where Metroid's finally come into play.
People are going ham in my Discord. A lot of sounds over the top. Not on the stream though.
So one thing you want to look out for here is the super missile management of Scotty. These Metroids either take 5 missiles to go down or 1 super missile, and then they can in return drop pretty much everything, and optimally you want to see as many super missile drops as possible. So far Scotty's getting pretty good drops actually.
Yeah.
You want to keep about 4 missiles for the last boss. 4 super missiles. Wow, these are excellent drops.
Scotty's having really good luck in terms of really good RNG. Nice. And Boxmeister having a very
bit of a hard time against Kraid.
Kraid really wants his peanut butter this time. but Boxmeister still denies it.
Okay, that was the last Metroid for Scotty. He now has 6 supers left for the boss fight coming up.
You can grind in that blue room, but it's not necessary, especially where Scotty is.
So this is one thing you might know from Super Metroid. There are these sabotites that have to be killed. In Super Metroid you can skip them by, I think you kind of damage boost through them. There is a way to skip. Oh, Scotty actually firing a super into the sky. There's a way to skip the sabotites in Zero Mission as well, but it's not useful since you have so many missiles at this point, and it's not that much faster anymore.
Another thing discovered by ZX, wasn't it?
Yeah. ZX actually found quite a few things in this game. So now we got the escape on Scotty's side. Yeah, pretty much every Metroid game has an escape at some point, so don't worry, he has plenty of time to escape this. Scotmeister, I'm saying. Boxmeister on the other hand, getting this speed jump across the acid.
Scotmeister and CScottyW.
Boxy. So yeah, Scotty finished. That's it, he saved the planet, escaped the explosion.
This time I want green!
Yeah. So 41 minutes, that's actually a new world record, I think. Oh, we're just kidding, the game is far from over yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, double
cutscene.
cutscene.
Mention that there are still items to pick up in Kraid, and there are still plenty more to get in Norfair.
This is the longest cutscene in the game.
I don't remember if it was this one or another one that was 27 seconds.
I don't quite remember. I think the one before Charlie is about 40 seconds.
Oh.
And this one is maybe a minute.
I don't know. I may have had some information wrong.
It's possible. I don't know actually. I didn't look at the timer.
Yeah, this one's gone way over 27 seconds. I don't know what I was thinking.
So Scotty lost every single one of his precious items. It's all gone now. Don't worry, he'll get them back. But for now, he has to manage to survive just with only this very useful, very powerful stun gun.
And also we get the most swag music in the game.
Yeah. This section is called Shieldless, because you don't have a shield, haha.
See if you can skip the map.
Okay, easy map skip. The room he just crossed there is called the Map of Shame. You can skip that with a very precise jump. And getting it costs you about, 15 seconds or so? Oh, he missed the pirate.
Not managed to go unseen. Not a huge time loss.
So Scotty now has to make his way through this whole area full of pirates and lasers and everything.
Hey!
One thing oh, nice tripwire skip there. There are lots of tricks here to make sure you don't get caught at some points, or make sure the alarm turns off at a very specific point. There's one thing he did right there, it's called tripwire skip, where you do this wall jump right above the tripwire to make sure the wire is not triggered.
Boxmeister coming up very soon to do early supers. Again, but I must say, I don't know what I was thinking. I must have been feeling really evil to place myself all over this mother pirate ship. OP.
Okay, in this room Scotty's in right now, there are all these searchlights, and there's a strategy you can do called fast searchlights or border patrol, as some people call it these days. That saves about, I don't know, actually a couple seconds, but it's very precise.
Boxmeister's restarted run just does not seem to be going well, unfortunately. Missed the early super spark, but hopefully he'll get it with this one.
Yeah, looks good.
It looks like.
So the spark is kind of tricky since you have to climb up that huge pillar within the timer of the speed booster.
It's raining over that glass tube right now, but it won't be later.
Yeah.
Who knows why?
We won't see. You'll see. Let's see if Boxmeister can get that bomb jump again. Ooh, didn't quite get it this time. There's a backup. You
Looks
just
like
climb up the left wall, and that's not too much slower.
synchronized fail, that right there. In different areas, but still. And Scotty does get seen here, but that is a much faster strat to do.
And let's see if he gets this room. Okay, wow, he got Sam strat. So if you do this room correctly, the alarm turns off just as you leave the room. And that strategy was discovered by a Canadian runner called Sam the Digital, who unfortunately did not join the tournament, but
yeah, he used to have world records in this, and he did run hard mode at AGDQ 2015.
Yeah, he's a very good runner of this game. And he came up with quite a few strategies, like the hive room strategy we use nowadays, or the strategy in that room. So here's another very scary room full of pirates that shoot at you, but using this stun gun actually disables the hitbox of the pirates, so you can run through them.
Every time I see the room he's in now, I always think of in the last time 100% was at GDQ, which was SGDQ 2014. I'm only 15, but it was when Kirby ran this, and I just think of when he said, "So how's life?" While I hold left. All you have to do is hold left.
Yeah, there's one room where you can do nothing but hold left and crawl through. I think Dragonfang's a Swedish runner who also does tasks of this game. He said that when he did the task, he wanted to do something cool for this room, since you have some time to do something. But there's actually nothing you can do in this room. All you do is hold left, and if you do anything else, it's slower.
Dragonfang's task is about 10 minutes faster than Eagle's world record time.
It's very fast. It does a lot of cool shine spot tricks you possibly could never do as a human being.
Yeah, and also the triple missile on King Worm.
Yeah, that's. I think that's not only frame perfect, but also sub-pixel perfect. It's super precise.
Yeah, it's pretty much task only. And Scotty on the really.
Yeah, this fight is I don't know what its official name is. It's called Charlie, for some reason.
Yeah, that's to Charlie. The way he moves around is kind of like he wants to be Fantoon.
Yeah.
But he's just not as scary as Fantoon.
All you do is hit it 4 times with charge shot. One thing you might have noticed is that Scotty intentionally shot his mirror image there. Okay, Boxmeister this time getting the missile. He shot his mirror image, and that gives you better RNG on average, actually.
I notice John is in the chat now, but if he is still there, I should tell him not to feel ashamed because Box missed it before he died too. But he's coming up on high jump again, and he's going to be doing the heated run. Scotty moves on with his fully powered suit.
Yeah, defeating that boss gives you back all your own abilities, and it also unlocks the secret items, so Scotty is now able to use space jump,
there is
plasma
a
beam.
very, very tricky shine spark storage coming up here.
Yeah,
When he has to keep the shine spark getting that missile is to do several,
he charges.
all so he can get this out here. The random area of the game's used. Whoops.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. So, I don't know how that works exactly. I think if you do speed booster and you during that startup animation, your hitbox actually expands to the top tiniest bit of a fraction, and sometimes if you're right below the ceiling, your hitbox clips into the ceiling for like a pixel or half a pixel, so you bonk the ceiling even though there's nothing.
Bonks belong in Zelda, not here.
Boxmeister coming up on Money Spark. Let's see if he gets it. No, that is
like
very tricky. So Scotty is very much overpowered, as you can see at this point, and he now could go directly to the last boss theoretically. There's nothing that stops him from going there, but since this is 100%, he has to collect all leftover items.
Isn't this where Box died in his last run?
Yeah, this is the room where he died last time.
He's got that missile. Come on, you can make it out.
He's got much more health now, should be good.
Alright.
Yeah, made it through.
And continue the run.
No, he just forfeit the race, so...
Oh no.
Looks like he just wanted to demonstrate us that he's very much capable of getting this. So yeah, maybe give him some applause.
Hello.
Hi, Boxmeister. Yeah.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
Fortunate there.
I just wanted to prove that I could do that room, and then I will call it quits because Scotty's way too far ahead.
Yeah, Scotty does have quite a convenient lead here.
Yeah, you were not far behind at all, actually, when you died.
Yeah, I figured my start was actually pretty amazing. Not gonna lie, I was way ahead of my splits exiting green start. But yeah, in that heated room, I mean, it started to go wrong when I missed that missile on the way out in that first one in the heated room where you do speed booster. And then it went wrong in the heated room. I got knocked into the lava and then got knocked into the lava again, which basically was an instant death from there on.
Yeah. But well done for showing us that again. You did collect the missile the second time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to prove that. I mean, that was all I wanted to do because I'm a little bit mad about it because I got it no problems in practice before this match. So yeah, it's frustrating, but nothing I can do about anymore. So I'll take my loss.
Scotty's now got the power bombs.
Yeah, that's the reason why he takes this huge detour. You need power bombs for two things actually. Power bombs are needed to collect more power bombs, and
Obviously.
yeah, and to break a certain thing that allows you to go back to the old area.
It's not that obvious, it's just that they always guard the powerbomb tanks with powerbomb blocks to stop you from getting them early.
Yeah.
Most part.
Yeah, there's no real way to get early powerbombs in this game.
You seem to be having some really unfortunate luck on the second run as well. With trade and that.
Oh well, I mean, I still haven't gotten. I'm still a little bit bad at diagonal missiles. Although I have been, must say, I have been practicing the double bomb jumps, but I haven't gotten them down enough to employ them.
Right.
Because that would have made my those diagonal bomb jumps a lot easier. Because I would need a single player, and then I would be able to make it.
But
So-
very good effort nonetheless.
Yeah, and we want to keep in mind that Boxmeister is not out of the tournament.
Very true.
We will definitely see him again. The return of the Boxmeister. So Scotty's now about to start his cleanup, and he actually has to refill here because he needs at least I think it's three. No, he needs all four power bombs. And getting power bomb drops is a matter of RNG, and it's quite unlikely that you get them. So you usually just refill here. And here's a tricky trick coming up. So wow, he's actually doing kind of fast right there.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it. No problems
That was
there.
clean.
That was beautiful. So the trick he did there is called Glass Tube Shinesburg. I think it's another discovery by ZX. And he did the very fast strat. That's not easy.
It's
The point
another shine spark storage like we had with the another retank in this area. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
The reason why you do this trick is it allows you to collect that E-tank you saw there without having to do the intended strats, and the intended strat is much slower.
Well, actually, let me correct myself. It's not a storage. It's just that you have to keep the shine spark charged.
Yeah.
And it's used for a different term in Super Metroid. Or I might be completely wrong. Anyway, the point is he needs a shine spark. We can use it later.
Yeah. So another power bomb is used here to open this yellow door. Yellow doors are open with power bombs. And now he charged another shine spark, and he has to keep this shine spark for quite a time. So that's a thing to watch here.
Oh no! He lost it there. That is really unfortunate.
He ran into the blocks there. So but you absolutely need this shine spark here, so he has to go back and recharge.
Don't mind me, guys. I just went offline. I just put my stream offline since I'll be watching this for a while.
Yeah. Looks like he's got it now.
So this is what it's used for. You break these blocks here. And once you break the blocks, you're pretty much safe. And then you walk up here, and that's where the last power bomb is used to break a power bomb block and collect one more tank.
You could use it on the blocks that he unfortunately bumped into with his shine spark, because they are power bomb blocks. But since he only had one, he couldn't do that.
Yeah, there's a room right after the glass tube there with a lot of spiky enemies. We call that room the lottery because these spiky enemies have a decent chance of dropping you a power bomb drop, and if you happen to get one, you can use it on the blocks Laser Trap mentioned, and that saves you from having to do this tricky shine spark. It's also faster. Now Scotty's back in the Destroyed Brinster. This is the place where you fought, killed Mother Brain earlier.
And unlike the other Metroid games with Torian, in the 2D series at least, I don't know if Torian exists in 3Ds because I've never played them. But unlike in Metroid 1 and Super Metroid, in Torian, just 2 of them, but they do exist.
Yeah, I actually don't think there's Torian in any 3D Metroid.
Oh, okay.
No, but no 3D Metroid is set on Zebus, so Notorian.
So, yeah, Scotty collected both of the hidden items in that area.
Having a little bit of trouble jumping up here.
Yeah, those platforms are doing their best to block. Another power bomb here to reveal this hidden path.
The entrance that goes down into is showing the Sweden flag again.
Yeah, this is where he started the game. This is the very beginning, but now he has many more items and can pretty much speed through this whole area. And now he's back at the crater of Sweden to collect this last item that he couldn't collect earlier.
He has the spring ball now, which he didn't have when he was here before. And also gravity suit, so he's not going to take lava damage.
Yeah, you need gravity suit for this item because you have to do Shinesburg in the lava, or acid rather. So this is the item you need gravity suit for. There are also 2 more items you will see him collecting now. He could have collected them earlier, but it's faster now because he has space jump and everything.
Gravity suit also helps traversing the acid for the second item you pick up in crate cleanup.
Yeah, the item coming up right here.
Down through the acid fall.
And now he should have all the items here. And
hopefully he didn't miss anything. And now
it would be a shame if it turned out to be 99%.
That would be, well...
That would mean we have to do a rematch.
Game, or it would be funny.
So he used another hidden path to go back to where he collected Screw Attack.
Now I understand that for a long time people have been trying to find a way to summon early power bombs.
Yeah, and
that the power bomb tank that Scotty just collected, but you would still die.
Yeah, you can technically collect that. Oh, sorry, your voice just cut off there.
Oh, sorry.
So this is the one power bomb tank you could technically collect early, but as Laser Trap said, you die pretty much at the same frame because you do a crazy kind of zombie hover to get it. So you can get it, but it's absolutely useless since you die. Scotty collecting more of the items.
Yeah.
Once again, you could get most of these items early, but it's much faster to get them now.
Yeah, you have to do some difficult bomb jumping to get them early, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
He should be in the... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
He should be in the 90% range of items now. So I think mid-90s at this point.
Very nice space boost there by Scotty.
Yeah.
In terms of movement speed, space boosting is actually a tiny bit slower than Shine Sparking, but Shine Spark has a startup and a bonk animation, which makes it rather slowish compared to space boosting. And this space boost is not that easy, since you have to mash A at a very specific pattern to make sure you don't hit any of the blocks.
Going backwards through the high jump heat room, which gives me trouble every time, but easy. And he's using screw attack here to reverse back up through the east shaft of Norfair.
One more item to collect in this area. And here's a nice ball spark.
There is a very
Fun fact, this
fun.
ball spark is also featured in the title screen demo of this game.
yeah.
If you leave the title screen on for long, this ball spark is also shown. I think that's the way the speedrunners actually figured out that was faster, because no speedrunner actually had watched the demo. I've heard someone say once that no speedrunner had actually watched the demo before, so it took them a while to figure that one out.
I mean, I've only watched it because I have it running while I set up my stream, but at that point I already knew about it because I'd watched John's tutorial. And now they're going back through criteria so they can
get back to the last few items. So now he's visited pretty much all the old areas. He hasn't been back to Ridley since, as we mentioned, you can get all the Ridley items in the first visit.
He's also still on a very good pace. I'm looking at his splits. He had a massive gold split from the looks of it, and he's only 27 seconds behind his PB.
So now he's back in Chozodia or Kazodia, if you want to pronounce it the European way.
Pronounce it my way, basically.
There are a couple more items in here, but they're very much out of your way, and you have to take huge detours to collect them, which is a bit annoying, but there's no way around that.
He is just as OP as he was before because of the fully powered suit and all the beam upgrades. It's just because of the long beam, really.
Pretty much, yeah.
Powerful.
All these detouring for one lousy powerbomb tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, this powerbomb tank is quite possibly the most tedious and annoying because it's so far away.
Remote item.
Although the super missile tank and the powerbomb tank at the start of Suitless are also quite tedious to get.
Yeah, that's true. On the other hand, this whole area is quite beautiful with all this statues and stuff in the background. So.
Jozo artwork.
They did a really good job decorating the place.
Yeah.
If it were real life and it were not infested with space pirates, it would be a fun area to explore, I think.
You would have to pay an entrance fee.
Space pirates, though. Moving much faster through that hole there. Or it's a multiple section.
And here's
that powerbomb tank is the only reason why we had to come all the way out here.
So one thing you might want to watch out for is Scotty's health. He does have quite a decent amount of energy tanks left, but those pirates do, I think, 50 damage on hit.
Yeah, and especially if you get caught by a silver one,
black one,
they take a long time to kill as well. And I know I've certainly had problems. I don't know about other people, but
yeah, they're elite.
They can really mess you up.
So it's unlikely that he'll die, but who knows?
It is still a possibility, but...
Well, he does get a free refill before the final boss.
Yeah. Grabbing an E-tank also refills your health. There's one more E-tank.
Exactly. And it's right before the final boss, so it's a very convenient location, to be fair. Although with this amount of energy tanks, even with only 5 of those left, he's still in a very good spot, health-wise.
We'll hope it doesn't happen. Yeah. And I think left to get? Or are there more items on the way?
3 more items, I think. One power bomb, 1 E-tank, and 1 super missile.
Yeah, 1 super missile tank and power bomb tank at the start of the suitless section, and 1 energy tank near Mecha Ridley.
So otherwise this would be a 98% run. Because of those two. I like to call the area with the super missile the because of the music.
One risk when you get to the start of the suitless section is if you accidentally run into the map.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah, you still have to skip the map twice more. And here we go.
Okay, he gets it.
Nice.
On a side note, the world record finish is about now, has finished a couple seconds ago.
Yeah, it's at 1:10:42, I think.
Half a minute ago, roughly.
Yeah, this game is, as for now, it's quite optimized, so the world record run is pretty good. There are only a few mistakes in there.
Oh, my mistake, he doesn't have to skip the map another time. Luckily, he did skip it both times.
Yeah. It's a bit painful if you still get the map on the second try.
Yeah.
But that map station stops you even when you're in speed. When you're in speed booster mode, it will stop you dead in your tracks.
Doesn't make sense though, because you're facing the other direction.
Yeah, just trying to
The map station of determination. That was an unintentional rhyme, but I liked it.
The map of shame. Although the second time around it's pretty easy to dodge since you have space jump.
You can also roll under it. So there's one more item coming up. E-tank. This one specific E-tank. Also.
He can do to pick it up in 2 ways, basically.
Yeah, there's a safer but slower strategy.
I think it's about 4 seconds slower.
I think it's a bit more actually. But yeah, if you want to get a really good time, you can do the hard strat. So let's see what Scotty does here.
He's going for the spaceship E-tank.
Okay, so.
Oh.
Got it.
Wow.
Got it.
Very good. So yeah, if you trigger any of these wires, there's a gate that shuts down.
You have to reset the room.
That costs a lot.
Also, he's still on PB. He's still not too far from his PB from the looks of it.
Yeah, there's only there's maybe 2 more things coming up. One is the boss here. It's also a good indicator to see whether you have 100% or not, because it's.
Looks like he has 100%.
Its health triples if you have 100%.
Yeah, that is
if you get a really quick. If you get a really quick boss fight, that usually means that you skip an item or 2.
Or more.
Scotty actually getting a super drop there, and that's not something you see very often.
Now we have the final escape once Mecha Ridley's eye starts flashing.
He's going for door bomb.
And he actually gets it, wow. So that saves about 0.08 seconds in this case.
What a beast.
There it goes.
Yeah,
why not? Time save. Go for it.
Time save is time save. So basically there's one trick still coming up that's important.
One last shine spark you can do here that really saves a lot of time. It's very painful if you miss it. It's 2 rooms ahead where you started.
And I might want to note that he's still on PB base actually. from the looks of it.
Okay, so here it is. Get this work pad out of the way. And then
Barely gets that speed boost to break the block.
Yeah, you use the stripes on the floor to set up.
Nice
where you have
ball
to start.
yeah. And then you have to keep the shine sparkle the way up to the top, and then use ball spark to get.
Because I think he has a 116.
Yeah, he's PB'd.
Wow, that's a
Time.
P for him. 115.25.
Very nice,
That's
yeah.
nice.
Very well done. Gold split on the last two splits.
I would,
Very nice.
I would definitely say that deserves some applause, even if it's a virtual chat applause.
Just for the record, my PB finishes 10 minutes from now. So yeah, even if I would have PB'd, I would still need to make up 10 more minutes to actually be able to beat this time. So very well performed.
Yeah. Mission accomplished.
What a guy.
So, guesses in chat, what in-game time is he going to get? His PB on the leaderboards is 55.40, I think.
This will be around to 55 if you would ask me.
Personally, I'm a
55
supporter
flat?
of guessing hour flat.
55 flat.
Hour flat would be let's just say I would laugh. It's an old HDQ 2012 reference, actually, which was running the game. He got, I think, about a 122 real time, but he was hoping for a sub hour in-game time, and he got hour flat. But this should be about a 55. 4.
Yeah, they'll be coming up soon.
Axidero guessing the in-game time record, I think. Well,
What did he guess? Yeah, that would be an in-game time record.
His name scrolling up. Bible Thump. But we are going to find out very shortly what the in-game time was. We got here. As this cutscene finishes.
No, it's definitely 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5422 appearing on my screen.
Yeah, and it's even said in the game new record. That is a very solid time.
Nice PB.
One real time.
25 with a 54 to 22 is very, very solid.
Mid 54 or a 54 actually on the end game time. Very well done, Scotty.
Congratulations.
I don't know if he's going to join us for an interview here or.
We'll find out soon enough. I shall ask him.
But yeah, that was a very good play by, fortunately, Boxmeister died in the heated rooms of Norfair. And he is on commentary with us right now.
So, looking at the tournament bracket, that means Boxmeister is going to get moved to the losers round. Yep. So, his next opponent is not set yet. From the looks of it.
We do have another race coming up.
Which race was coming up after this?
I think it's
John and Phil and Brother Main. Which I did not realize until yesterday was a play on Mother Brain.
It'll take a little. It also took me a while to see the joke. He is in the general channel right now, and now he's here.
I am. Alright, I'm in the call. Hey guys.
Hey Scotty, congratulations on winning your race.
Thank you very much.
Did you expect a time like this?
No, I did not. I was very behind for most of that run, so I didn't think I would make that much of a time save.
I think that was a very solid run by you, and so well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, 54.22s.
Very solid,
good time. Yeah.
Very solid pace, and you can even, and I'm pretty sure you can even do it much better than that, judging for your split. So I'm very curious. What else you can do?
Yeah. So
congratulations on the win.
You nailed a lot of the tricks. I was really impressed by that, and there was a point in the that he was impressed by your playing.
Yeah. Just looking at that last eating, seeing someone getting a spatial meeting is always impressive. So your next race is going to be against Portsmore, who is known for his very, very good times.
Yeah.
So is there anything you going to practice?
I don't know what I'm going to practice right now, but I'll just have to take a look at what I did wrong in this and then improve on that.
That's definitely a good way about going through things.
Is there any part that you specifically want to train, like Ridley cleanup or suitless?
Probably the section right after suitless, between suitless and power bombs. I think I want to practice that part because I've been a little bit inconsistent with that as of late.
Yeah, that part's a lot about movement, since there are no items to pick up, basically.
So, did you know if Boxmeister forfeited while you were doing the run?
What's that?
Do you know if Box your run?
Yes, I was watching the stream.
Oh, okay.
Were you?
That was very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some troubles with the enemies in the room. I thought I was gonna make it, but then I fell into the lava and then got boosted into the lava again. So that was rip.
Yeah, I took a safety refill right before that to be sure that didn't happen.
Yeah, I forwent the safety refill because I could have opted to go for a safety refill at Screw Tech, but I thought, well, I knew that your in-game time PB, based on your PB, your in-game time you were at least 8 minutes faster than than my PB was, so I had to take a little bit more risk.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
But he still was that he could do that room, which was it was very nice to see, and I'm glad that you at least played up to that point. And
yeah, after that,
it was really unfortunate that you died.
Can happen. I mean, for my next match, I might take that refill at Screw Attack. It would have been the smarter decision, I think.
I think that would be a good idea. I'm probably even going to do that against Polesmore.
So, there's anything that you want to practice before your next match. So, what points in this run stood out to you as being really good or really bad?
I don't know. I don't really have much of a memory of what just happened. I was very nervous since this is my first race that I've done on speed gaming.
Well, you set a really good reputation then.
Sorry, please go ahead.
I was very happy that I got Glass Tube first try because that's also been a little bit inconsistent.
Yeah, you did this super fast, right? Like, we were all surprised.
Yeah.
I tend to go a little bit more risky. That's just how I am.
Nothing wrong about that.
It paid off.
To bite me in the butt every now and then, though.
It definitely paid off for you, judging from your amazing time you got.
So, looking at the bracket once more, it looks like your next Boxmeister, your next opponent is going to be either Rosu or Amanda Toby. That race is set for Sunday. Are you looking forward to race one of those two?
Me? Yes, indeed, because they're both good friends of mine. I mean, I'm really looking forward to either one of them as an opponent. I'm probably won't be able to. I'm gonna try to give them a good match. I'm gonna practice some double bump jumps and hope to improve my movement a little bit. To give them to give one of them a proper match. I'm definitely not a favorite for that match, but I'll see what I can make of it.
I also have my first match coming up on Sunday.
Against?
It's against Crunchy. Crunchy Lex.
That's another name I've never heard before, I have to admit.
Yeah, neither of us have 100% times, but expect better. He has an 80% PB. So, hopefully I won't embarrass myself too much.
So, is it actually going to be a 4-way race on Sunday?
No, it's two separate races.
Let me check that real quick. On upcoming Sunday, the matches are 4 hours apart.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, there's supposedly another race following this.
Yeah, at Alonis. There might be. I think that's how you pronounce that, Alonis. There is another run coming up, starting 5 PM EST.
It'll start in about 20 minutes, actually.
I don't know when Feasible wants us to step off the commentary channel, or.
We'll wait for his response. But be sure to stay tuned to watch that match because it's gonna be a nice match, I think. Both players, I don't know Brother Main, but I definitely know John.
Yeah, I've heard that name before, John. It sounds familiar.
He made the beginner 100% tutorial, and thanks to him.
That's the tutorial that I watched to get into this.
Same here.
Also, it might happen that the race will be set up a little bit earlier than that, because because right now Fiesel is asking if they're ready for the SRL race now.
It looks like they're streaming to Speed Gaming already.
So,
oh yeah,
I guess I'll get Fiesel to ask if he wants us to.
Ross is already here. He's definitely going on commentary for the upcoming race. Say hi, Ross.
Hello. Hello.
So since we got a couple more minutes, Ross, you got a race coming up yourself on Sunday, isn't that the case? Are you looking forward?
I can't remember who I'm racing though.
Let me check real quick. It's mandatory.
Something mandatory or something like that.
Yeah, it's like you have something you have to go through.
Yeah.
So, are you looking forward?
Definitely. I mean, we are the two closest seats, so our PVs are right next to each other, relatively compared to the others. So I expect it to be a really good match.
Yeah, I think looking at the leaderboards, your PB is actually a bit better than his. You think you have a chance of winning that race?
While my PV is better, Toby is a lot more experienced, and he does low percent hard and all the other quirky categories that they have. So definitely have much more experience than I do, and I am pretty new to the game. I've only been speedrunning Fusion since like December or something.
Zero Mission.
Did I say Fusion? I meant Zero Mission. Yeah.
Okay, so we can definitely expect a good race on Sunday. So, but for now, both players are ready, and I think we're about to start. I'm dropping out for now. Thanks, guys, for sticking with us. I'll leave the stage to Ross, who's going to guide you through this next race. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
I had a lot of fun on commentary, so
yeah, thanks.
Toby, for doing this with me.
Yeah, thanks, Laser Trap. It was a pleasure commentating with you, and I hope to see you again one day.
Do you need a second commentator, Ross?
Sure.
I'll join in. Give me a sec. Put away some stuff. I'm ready.
So, well, if you guys are ready, I guess I'll disconnect. So, once again, thanks for having me on.
Just give me a second. I'll open the race IRC real quick, so I can see when the races are going to start. Let's see. Give me a second. Okay. I have the race IRC open. So let's see, what seats are we looking at in the brackets? We're looking at the 5th seat versus the 12th seat.
Alright, so we're trying to decide whose audio to use right now, and once that's all settled, the race will begin shortly.
Let's see. Brother Main has a 58.47 in-game time PB 400%, and John has 52.29 seconds in-game time PB 400%. So it's roughly a 6 minutes difference between the two, but that is within the error range, as I would like to call it. It could go either way. As you saw from last match, things can go down south really fast in this game, especially if you get boosted into the lava. So this will definitely be an interesting match. they're now preparing to start the race. 2, 1, go. And the races are on the way. It will take a little while for that to appear on screen.
So, who are you rooting